make sure I do everything on my daily maintenance list. If it's work related, I'll talk to my employer, or I will focus on the task that's easy for me to do, so that way I'm able to kind of push the reset button and be like, you know what? Okay, let me refocus. So practicing some focusing activities, practicing some relaxing techniques. Go ahead and take that walk. Different things of that nature. This is where you pull from your wellness toolbox. So your wellness toolbox needs to be beefed up, throwing different things in there that I can do this when I'm having a trigger. I can do this when something is happening. And the toolbox, the wellness toolbox item needs to be relevant for whatever the situation is. So that's where we have the list of calling someone. You know, if I'm stuck on the side of the road, I'm not gonna walk to go get my Oreo Blizzard. That out of the wellness toolbox, that doesn't correlate to this. But I can have my AAA card in my wellness toolbox, if you will. And so I can call AAA. De-stressed. I'm cool. Sit here and wait. Yeah. And I clear my head because now I have a plan for this situation. Some of these are more difficult than others, but when someone is lying to you, why not just call them on their lie? Instead of going, I know that person did. So now you ruminate. I know that person. No, just say, you know what? I don't believe you. I think that's a lie. And then you just walk away. Or you deal with it. You know, you speak your mind. This is all about you staying well. This is all about you staying well. So when
that's why
I'm saying, last night that could have went way left.
right.
Why is my chair turned, the pump part, why was it turned all the way to the front? Well, I know I don't walk around my chair to pump it. There's only two of us working here.
So somebody.
I said, why is my thing? Oh, I don't know how that happened. And I was like, I'm leaving right there. I'm leaving right on there.
But you did do something that you could pull out of your toolbox. Is you just walk away. You left it alone. So that would be something you would pull in your toolbox. You would say, I'm not going to address the situation like that. We don't want it to go into avoidance.
Yeah, that comes from me.
But you do, yeah. You wasn't letting the family business out.
Yeah, my customer was like, girl, you did good, because I know you. They be egging it on.
But the same thing, lack of accountability. You know, hold them accountable. Say, no, I can't take you this today because you said you were going to do X, Y, and Z. You didn't do it, so I'm not going to do that. Sorry. And going about your happy business.
I'm gonna say I stopped before we even got to look like no.
Yeah. But with each of the triggers, so that's why I said with this section, you really have to dig deep and figure out what triggers me. Because everybody's triggers are going to be different. Remember, this is a mini workshop. But if you want to be able to work your full rack, we can work that together. But you want to be able to be honest with yourself and say that these are things that trigger me. And then when you're in this situation, I already have an action plan set up for this. This is how I'm going to handle this in order to stay well. That's the key. Because the whole focus is what's going to be making me stay well. So, question your integrity. Call them on it. No, ma'am. This is exactly what I did. If you need evidence or proof, come at me later. We're not going to handle this right now. And let that be. Let it be. With childcare, you always need to have a backup system. You need to be able to have somebody else you can call. But you also have to nurture those relationships. That's one of the things where a lot of people, it's a back and forth. So if I call you and I need help, well, next time you call me, I need to be there to help you as well. Because that helps that other person stay well as you staying well. Yelling, tone. You have to speak your mind and say, I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I really do not like when people yell at me. Can we talk about this another time, or can you lower your tone, because I can hear you better when you're not yelling at me.
But if you do that, okay, how can I say it? Like the person's tone, you might, take it
The wrong way, or
exactly the wrong way, or either the words that's coming out that person's mouth, responding back to what you're telling me, might
trigger something else.
exactly.
When both
So then
people,
how are you supposed to?
but when both people are communicating, and you just remind that other person, look, I'm trying to work my rap, I'm trying to say well, and this is what works for me. And if we can't communicate like this, then I just can't talk right now. And then you just leave the situation. I can't talk right now. Now, when someone decides that they want to follow you, and then they're taking it to the next level. And then you have to have another action plan, because we might add on here that I don't like nobody following me.
That makes me feel threatened, that brings up
Exactly.
another stuff. I might start walking back very, very fast.
Yeah, but again, it's one of those things where you need to take the time to identify your triggers. Someone following you is a trigger. Someone's not letting go of the conversation, that's a trigger.
Why you said that
And I think sometimes even misinterpreting your tone, and a lot of times, I guess for me personally, I found in the position I have with people under me, it's only when they're hearing something that they don't want to hear that's really pertaining to something that they did wrong. But that's a struggle when I talk like this tone is always this, but now that I'm telling you something using the same tone, but it's your tone, you're yelling, and I don't get, all of that.
That rolls over to a lack of
It
accountability.
does.
Yeah. And so then you have to have the forethought to go, they're not trying to take accountability for their actions. So what was your plan for when someone refuses to take accountability?
Oh, they get called on it, but I guess I think sometimes
Work is different.
so delicate and different on what you can say, especially now, that it's just a very delicate balance, because anything you just threatened me, I didn't, or you just bullied me, I didn't.
But remember at the beginning when I said you can wrap anything, so you would do a specific wrap for work. And that's
I don't have those stressors anymore.
Yeah, but you would do a specific wrap for how do I handle my parents. You would do a specific wrap for work. You would do a specific wrap for your relationship. So this same framework and thought process can be applied to different scenarios. So this is why I'm doing a mini, because I'm giving you the thought process, giving you the framework, and then you go at work. So then my plan is to go to HR. Okay, then HR didn't do nothing. Okay, then I'm going to the CEO. So you would literally already have a prescribed, this is what I'm going to do if I'm in this situation. Because sexual harassment could be a trigger. So then it's like you have to apply all those laws and all of this, what can I say and what can I not say, but you would do a wrap specific to work. So you would include, I make sure that if I took that day off from work, that was an FMLA day. So, you would make sure that it follows within that parameter. Any questions about triggers?